Hey everyone, welcome back. Dr. Obam Bowen here, and today's video I'm choosing to do, obviously, as you can see, live, so I can share, maybe interact with some of you all, because today I want to talk about the most important topic. But before we go into the topic of today, this is just a reminder to let you know that this is still 2021, the year of the one thing. So what's your one thing? Whatever your one thing is, drop a comment down below what your one thing is. And I know some of you have been asking about, how to figure out what your one thing is. I'm going to be doing a special webinar on that to share with you. So if you'd like to know how to figure out how to do your one thing and figure out what your one thing is for this year, just type in the comments webinar and I will put you on the list for the webinar. So let's jump into it again. So 2021, the year of the one thing. Thank you guys all so much for the love. Appreciate you. My one thing this year is growth. But remember this, growth requires continuously getting out of your current comfort zone, whatever that current comfort zone is to you, as you are growing to get to whatever level. Hey, William, welcome, my friend. Joanne, welcome. Johnny, welcome. Hope you guys are all doing great. Whatever level you get to becomes a new level of comfort for you. So you have to choose growth, and growth is painful. So let's get into today's topic, because today's topic I'm going to actually truly share about becoming your own expert. And how do you become your own expert? Very simply, I'll tell you how I did it. So I'm not going to give you some big fancy dancy way to figure it out, but just simply how you do it. And listen, it's through three simple things: studying, practicing, and teaching. But then what happens with that is this. I'm going to give you an example how I became the #1 expert in the world on next level growth and achievement. The United Nations has me down as, for those of you who may not know, the Potentialist Authority. So I study human potential for years. Most of you who know and understand that my degree in psychology is on human behavior and psychology. Hi, Sabrina, welcome. Hope you're having a phenomenal time today. So to become the expert in that space, I've studied some of the best in the world. I've taken many of their courses, and it's taken me years, almost 14 years, to be able to put my courses and programs together. It's taken over 23 years now. 2 years ago, I wrote the book, Today's the Day. Why? Because I've done the courses and been teaching many of them. Started at the college level when I was in San Diego teaching the UCSD. Do a course called Today's the Day. It was all about taking action now, taking action today, making every second count, making every day count. So I learned, study, practice, and teach in that. But there's basically 4 simple levels of learning that you'll have to understand in becoming the expert in whatever it is you are doing. So as we're choosing to grow, growth requires that you make that change. And first, it comes with learning. So you have to then, there's the 4 types of knowledge. As I mentioned, you first have to start the learning. So there's the learn knowledge, where you go to school, you go to the courses, do all the things that you need to take in the information and then start to store it inside of your body. Then there's the activity knowledge. You don't just go and learn. You learn and then you apply. So once you learn and you apply, you get the results. So there's the learn knowledge, the activity knowledge, and then the modeling knowledge is basically what you start to become and you share with others. So as you start to model, I started to model that, and the results started to show up in my life. How? Because when I first started to apply all that I have learned, I was homeless, broke, busted, living out of a car with no income. I took network marketing as my first vehicle to really generate success when I left the military. For those of you who knew and those of you who don't, that's what I did. So within those 5 years, it took almost 28 months. As a matter of fact, it took 28 months for me to get to a 6-figure income. And then with that 6-figure income, so I went through then in those 3 phases: learn knowledge, activity knowledge, model knowledge. So I then became what I was looking to do, which was a multiple 6-figure earner. Then I did that, and then I started down the path of mastery. So it's mastery is when you actually would have then done something, model it enough, and others want to learn from you. Then I start to teach. The problem with most people in growing is they don't want to go through the 2 in the middle. So they want to go through learn knowledge and teaching knowledge, but they don't want to go through the activity and actually becoming the master, becoming the teacher. So you have to first be a student, a good student, a master student. So you learn, you do, you become, and then you teach what you have done. Most people are always teaching theory because they just learn something, they try to teach it. It doesn't happen that way. Growth requires that you get uncomfortable. Growth requires that time that you put in, that you stay consistent and persistent, which is what you're going to see of me every single day this year. Is I'm going to post a video here that's going to help you with growth. So when you understand those 4 things, how do you become your own expert? Is you first have to study, practice, then teach. But that study, practice, and teach, that one, the activity knowledge, when you learn knowledge, activity knowledge, modeling knowledge, then the teaching knowledge. So I can teach now, and I can teach as a leader. I'll never teach anything that I first actually haven't done. Some people try to teach what they haven't done, so there's no authenticity there. And so when they're teaching, they have to teach with a whole bunch of notes. There's no notes. Why? Because I live my message. Does that make sense? I live my message. So, and growth requires. Debbie says, what is the name? So the name of that book is called Today's the Day. Debbie, Today's the Day. So I wrote 3 books. The first one was called The Philosophy of Success. And I wrote that because the struggles that I had in becoming successful when I made my first $1 million, here's what I realized. In order to get there, it wasn't the actions, it wasn't what I was doing, Debbie, it was more of how I thought and how the people around me thought, getting into that environment. I was hanging around with a lot of 7- and 8-figure earners, so I started to think the way they do, and then I realized what you think influences what you say influences what you do, therefore what you do directs your results consistently over time. So the first book I wrote was called The Philosophy of Success, which simply, simplifies as this. Unless you think successfully, you won't be able to act successfully. So then we became successful, earned the money we wanted to, and became financially successful. Then my wife and I focused on our relationship. So we've mastered that. We're still having a great time in our relationship. And many of our friends said, you know what, some of the stuff that you guys are doing, your relationship is so great, you should write a book about it. So then we wrote my second book called Passion 365, how to basically ignite lasting joy and passion in your relationship 365 days a year. So every day. If you notice the theme for me for success is found in your daily routine. Then I wrote the book Today's the Day, which is the culmination of everything in my life that I've learned, known, understand, mastered, taught, earned income from, and it's teaching people then basically the 14 major disciplines in life that you need in 3 secrets, and then the 15th Chapter 15 of the book is called Successful and Significant. I truly believe this, that you cannot be significant, or you cannot be, the ultimate level of success is you're not as successful unless you're starting to teach others to be successful. But once you do taste what success looks like, when you start to help others to be successful, that's when you're becoming significant. And when you taste significance, success no longer cuts it. So the book, Debbie, Today's the Day, it's a phenomenal book. If you'd like to get a copy of it, you can go to todayisthedaybook.com, todayisthedaybook.com, and you can get a copy for yourself. I'll actually personally autograph it, send it out to you. I'm going to post a link in here if you or anyone else need it. But hope you enjoyed today's message, how to become your own expert. You have to learn, study, practice, and teach. Imagine if you wanted to learn whatever it is. You want to learn self-development. You want to learn, let's just say, for example, network marketing. You want to learn network marketing? Buy every network marketing book that you can find. Watch the network marketing videos. Learn from those experts. Over the course of a year, every day, if you're putting the information into yourself, you will become more of the expert in that space. When I wanted to learn about real estate, my wife and I thought we were going to be good real estate agents, and then we realized that's not what we wanted to do. We did learn a lot about real estate, though. Here's what we did understand. We understood that for real estate, we were better suited to be real estate investors, because I don't want to go out there and working and selling all the time. There's other stuff I'd love to do better with my time. I was coaching and consulting. It was a lot better. So we take a lot of the income that we've earned and we've invested in a lot of large things to get the return on that investment back. That's how I do real estate. I'm more of an investor than a real estate agent. So with that, God bless you. Hope today was helpful for you. Again, remember, this is the year of the one thing. What is your one thing? My one thing this year is growth. So choose to grow. What is your one thing? In the comments, state yours below. Take care. Tomorrow, I'll be back on. And tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing. Tomorrow's topic is going to be very, very powerful. Tomorrow's topic is actually teaching about staying in your lane. So, talk to you then. If this message has reached you, touched you, or been a blessing to you, tag a friend, comment. Most importantly, share it on your timeline so someone else can receive this blessing too. Bye for now. We'll chat soon.